up, wake up. It's the Flow Show, no filter. Back for another episode. Hope you enjoyed your weekend. Got a lot to talk about. Diddy and some more stuff and some life stuff. But before I get into that, let me cover my ass. No Diddy. 5:30 a.m. The thoughts, views, and opinions shared on the Flow Show, no filter, are for educational and entertainment purposes only. I am not a professional. I am just good. What's up, y'all? Good morning, Rachel. I see everybody in green. Look at all the green. If your name is in green, you're officially a part of the green team. That's all the members have signed up for members only. Members only will be Wednesday is members only. So make sure you subscribe. And join. Look at somewhere around here, you'll see something that say join. Click join and join us so you can definitely be a part of our Wednesday members only episode. Other than that, how is everybody feeling this morning? Shout out to the green team. Yeah, all the members are in green. If you see somebody in green in the chat, that means they're a member. Flow Show fam, Wake and Bake crew, everybody's in the building. I see Angie. I see Joy. Shout out to the members that I see in the chat. Who are the members? I see RX, Tracy, Terry Rose, Miss Megan, Lily, Angie, Tracy, D. What's up, D? Rachel and everybody in here. So let's get into it. C Tuck in the building. Okay, we got C Tuck in the building. What up, C Tuck? C Tuck. Big dog. Everybody's here, y'all. Today we're going to talk about silence. Today we're going to talk about silence. The industry is at work. We got work to do, y'all. I've been preaching about supporting our independent platforms. We've been doing an okay job, but we got to do a better job. And I'm going to tell you why. Y'all see the Diddy alleged victims, Sarah and Dawn. They're having to change up. They're getting a lot of things dismissed. Well, Sarah has fired back saying that she won't be silenced. And Sarah has fired back saying she won't be silenced. And Dawn has also fired back. But on top of all that, haven't y'all noticed how quiet this Epstein list has become? Nobody has spoken on it yet. I'm going to be the first one to speak on how it is literally getting shoved under the rug. Think about it. You ain't really hearing. They putting a silence on the whole Epstein list. You're not hearing much about it. It's slowly drifting away. And where's Melissa? It's slowly drifting away. And I'm paying attention to this, y'all. I woke up this morning. I said, what happened to the Epstein list outrage? What happened to the coverage? We haven't got any resolution, yet it's getting quiet. The only people still talking about stuff is us here, the flow community. But outside of the flow community, it's quiet. And I don't understand it. The power is in our hands, but it's almost like we as the people, we just, as a whole, don't realize our power, man. Shout out to the flow community because we stay on task. But if you just look at us as a whole, and this is why the celebrities and the elites have been getting away with they've been getting away with for so many years, because they know as a whole we're gonna make a little noise, but we don't stay on it. We get burnt out quick, and it's kind of sad to see. And that's why I'm grateful for our community because we stay on top of it. But we got to do even more. I don't know. We got to do more than we doing because if we don't pick up the slack, ain't nobody gonna pick up the slack. I woke up like they've literally they've preached to us about the Epstein list. They preached to us about the Diddy list, about giving it to us. And they've literally not done shit. And they getting away with it. Hey, Shaz. Yeah, I'm on Twitter, but I don't be on Twitter much. I don't really tweet much. But I am on Twitter. Oh, it's definitely all connected. And they are sliding all of this up under the rug right before our eyes. That is why I am so anxious to see how this sentencing goes. This sentencing is going to tell us a lot. What happens in this sentencing for Diddy is going to tell us a lot, y'all. If that sentencing is time served or something like, then we got a lot of bullshit coming down the pipeline. Because I can already see stuff getting pushed under the rug left and right. But yeah, I'm definitely on Twitter. Yep, and I saw that. Grandma Kathy says because the media is more interstated and Trump is playing games with Putin. Yeah. Anything to keep us distracted. But it's really upsetting, y'all. Yanni says even the banks were involved and they had to pay a settlement to the victims. I wouldn't be surprised if entire governments were involved too. There's only a handful of ways to get passports quickly. It's definitely just okay. Melissa's here, y'all. If anybody was looking for Melissa, here she is. But it definitely doesn't feel good on how more of us need to be standing on business. And I'm not talking about us, I'm talking about as a whole in society, need to start standing on business more. I don't see enough outrage. Good morning, Anitra. Flow Show gang. But as we see, let's see. Let's see what's going on with with Dawn. Dawn, well, no, let's go to Sarah. You remember Sarah from making the band? Her her lawsuit got dropped. Well, 99.9% of her lawsuit got dropped. And she is swinging back. Sarah from making the band, we talked about her on Friday. She's swinging back, saying that she will not be silenced. And that's how she responds to the judge who dismissed 21 out of 22 of her claims against Diddy. Sarah Rivers. So what they're saying is Sarah Rivers recently responded after the court ordered the dismissal of 21 of 22 allegations made by Rivers against the rapper. Notably, the accusations are associated with the lawsuit filed by Sarah in February this year, alleging that she was sexually harassed by Diddy and had to work in uncomfortable conditions, per People magazine. The Art of Dialogue obtained a video of Sarah on August 16, August 2025, where she referred to how the court dismissed the allegations against Diddy. She further stated, "This fight was never about headlines. It's about truth, accountability, and justice for me and for every other survivor that has been told that they should just give up. I will not be silenced. I will not be intimidated, and I will see this thing through." Now, not only is hers being it's a lot of shit behind the scenes going on. Because even Dawn Richard, or Dawn Richard, how you pronounce it, she had to drop a lot of companies from her lawsuit. We're gonna talk about that. And it all goes along with the Epstein list being quiet. This is all just a lot of shit in the game right now, y'all. It's just a lot of shit in the game right now. Sarah's being silenced. The singer and actress expressed gratitude to all who have been supporting her, and she ended by saying, "The journey continues. Oh, and don't think because y'all got all that unlimited amount of baby oil that y'all gonna slide through this. Come on now." And for those that have been trying to defame me with those false stories, the truth will be coming. Best believe that. Meanwhile, Diddy and his legal team have not shared any response to the video as of yet. So Sarah's continuing to fight. But like I said, there is a lot going on behind the scenes. And especially now that Diddy has been acquitted of the major crimes, it seems like he's able to work his hand, and his legal team are behind the scenes working and probably greasing some palms. I'm sure it's a lot of people getting paid off right now. It's just with this situation, with the Sarah situation and her lawsuit getting dropped, and the Epstein list being extra quiet. And then we get into this Dawn Richard. Now, if you remember, Dawn kind of got ate up by Westmoreland during trial of having some inconsistencies. I will admit, remember we talked about Westmoreland kind of tripped her up on a lot. So Dawn Richard is trying to get back, especially trying to get the public support back. But Complex Magazine talks about Dawn Richard dropped 10 companies from the Diddy lawsuit, and she's preparing a new complaint. Diddy secured another partial win in court this week, but his legal battles are far from over. According to court documents obtained and reviewed by Complex, Dawn Richard has dropped her claims against 10 of Diddy's companies in her $3.5 million lawsuit. Those businesses include Daddy's House Recording, that's the studio, Bad Boy Entertainment LLC, Bad Boy Records LLC, Bad Boy Entertainment Holdings Incorporated, Bad Boy Production, Bad Boy Books Holding, Sean Combs Capital, Opco LLC, and UMG Recordings. So UMG has been dropped. Dawn's legal team dismissed the claims without prejudice, meaning she can refile against them in the future. But while some entities are off the hook for now, Diddy himself still very much in the crosshairs. The lawsuit continues against Diddy, Harpier, Janice Combs Holdings, Janice Combs Publishing, and Love Records. Dawn also plans to file a second amended complaint, signaling that the case is only getting started. Just a lot going on. Tinkle says she's running around, y'all. Don't think she's not around. She's just doing a lot of running around and getting mixed. But anyway, and you notice how after the verdict, all kind of shit is getting dropped left and right. It ain't a coincidence. Now that Diddy know he's able to hold on to his money and his lawyers, he's done fighting. Now he's able to attack some of these lawsuits or whatever. But that paired with the silence in the Epstein situation just really got me thinking. What lengths at this point will they go through to silence victims? He's not done with Sarah and Dawn. I'm going to tell you that right now. He's just got started on them. Something is going on, and everybody pretty much saw this coming. Knew that if he wasn't held completely accountable in the court proceedings, he was going to go full on attack, which is why a lot of people have either dropped it or not bringing their to the forefront. There's a lot riding on this sentencing coming up, y'all. People saying, are people getting paid off? Are officials being paid off? Are officials being paid off? Who knows? But it makes us say we have to keep our eyes open and our ears open, because I'm telling y'all, I'm just getting a funny feeling about things. I'm getting a real funny feeling about things. I cannot believe how the Epstein thing was so much on fire, and it's taking a back seat, and it's taking a back seat. And now, you know, with the National Guard situation, thanks for bringing that up, D. In DC, it's just that they're using every tactic they can to push and really what it boils down to is more than anything is the children. They are burying what's going on with our children. They're burying in one story after another. And I woke up this morning like I couldn't even, certain information I couldn't even find. blackmail. Desi saying what I'm saying. This is why I am very, very, very curious, y'all, on what is going to happen with this sentence. Because the sentencing, to me, is going to let me know what direction we are going in as a culture, as a people. Because we had a lot of momentum in trying to protect our children, trying to hold people accountable. And I feel like that momentum is being slowed down. I believe the momentum, we're losing it, but I believe we can gain more momentum if this sentencing makes a statement. So I'll be watching this. I'll be watching I'm gonna be watching this like a hawk. Told y'all, I woke up this morning, I just started thinking about it all. I said, they are very slick with burying this news. They are very slick. And most of us as a people, we don't even be paying no fucking attention. Melissa says they have to make an example out of Diddy. Yeah, this is gonna be big. Grandma Kathy says at this point, all we can do is pray that the judge is smart. For real, Kathy. Because I'm starting to see, with all these different lawsuits being dropped, and with the Epstein thing just being swept under the rug, it's just really giving me bad vibes, y'all. That's all I can really say. Speaking of the raid, I mean the DC National Guard, what y'all think about that? What y'all think about the National Guard in DC? For those, let's get some information for those who don't know what's going on. This is from the Yahoo News. Since we brought that up, I want to dive into that for a second. West Virginia is sending hundreds of National Guard troops to Washington, D.C. Hundreds of West Virginia National Guard members will be deployed across the nation's capital as part of Trump's administration effort to overhaul policing in the District of Columbia through a federal crackdown on crime and homelessness. Republican Governor Patrick announced Saturday that he was sending a contingent of 300 to 400 members. West Virginia is proud to stand with President Trump in his effort to restore pride and beauty to our nation's capital. The move comes as federal agents and National Guard troops begin to appear across the heavily Democratic city after Trump's executive order on Monday, federalizing local police forces and activating about 800 DC National Guard troops. By adding outside troops to join those already assigned to Washington, President Donald Trump is exercising even tighter control over the city. It's a powerful play that the president has justified as an emergency response to crime and homelessness. Even though district officials have noted that violent crime is lower than it was during Trump's first term in office. A protest against Trump's intervention drew scores to the DuPont Circle on Saturday. This was actually Saturday afternoon before a march to White House about 1.5 miles away. Demonstrators assembled behind a banner that said, "No fascist takeover of DC." and some in the crowd had signs that said no military occupation. Trump was at his Virginia Golf Club after Friday's summit with Russian President Vladimir Putin in Alaska. Morgan Taylor, one of the organizers who coordinated Saturday's protest, said they were hoping to spark enough backlash to Trump's actions that the administration will be forced to pull back on its crime and immigration agenda. It's hot, but I'm glad to be here. It's good to see all these people out here, she said. I can't believe that this is happening in this country at this time. She also added, any act of getting in the streets, any act of making noise, any act of showing a sense of community, taking care of one another is an act of resistance. The West Virginia activation also suggests the administration sees the need for additional manpower after the president personally played down the need for Washington to hire more officers. Federal agents have appeared in some cities most highly trafficked, blah, 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 blah. This is getting out of hand. And we brought that up because all of this is just taking what you want to call attention away from what's been going on. So Ray said there was a group of KKK members walking around my city downtown this weekend. Wow, what city are you, Rachel? Yanni says, I used to live in DC during Trump's first presidency. Homeless people existed back then too, but no National Guard call. Oh, Indianapolis. That's crazy, Rachel. You saw it on the news or you saw it in person? That is just crazy. Our country is going crazy right now, y'all. It's just a lot. It's a lot. Okay, you saw it on the news. Okay. So going back to Diddy and the Epstein situation, we're not hearing shit. We're not hearing nothing. Nobody, they trying their best to bury the Epstein list. Again, I say, there were promises that we were going to get the Epstein list. There were promises that we were going to get some type of Diddy list. And here we are, August. We got these promises last year. These promises were last year. We're in August, on the back half of this year, basically. And we haven't got shit. We haven't got shit. And they run this same play on us all the time. And for the most part, we fall for it as a group. I'm grouping everybody. We make a little noise, then we let it die down. We can't let that happen. It's just ridiculous how you watch this country morally go downhill on skates, and it trips me out on how many people just sit back and don't really even give a damn. People just sit back. No, man, you'd be surprised how much people don't even know what the hell is going on. When I talk to people outside of this world, outside of our world of keeping in the loop of what the hell going on, so many people I talk to don't know nothing that's going on. They don't, these days, people, unless you're in tune, there are people that don't know shit. And part of that is because the economy's fucked up and people are tired, working a million jobs and just trying to keep food on the table. So, it's not just totally because people don't give a fuck. Because there is a lot of people who do care, but shit, with the economy the way it is, people busting their ass, a lot of people working a million hours, trying to take care of their kids, just trying to keep a fucking roof over their head. So there's a lot of factors that go into it. But the bottom line is, it's still just sad the way we get played. And it's all a part of the plan. That's the whole reason why this whole shit is designed the way it's designed. Designed for you to have to work so fucking hard. Keep your head down in the grind. Keep your head down. You can't even look up to see what the hell is going on. And it works, unfortunately. Like I said, you'll be surprised, or maybe you won't be surprised, how many people I talk to that have no clue that the National Guard was sent to DC. It's people that don't even know that happened. It's people that don't even know about the Epstein list. Now that shocked the fuck out of me. It's people that don't even know about that or don't even know the story behind it. Don't know that children and underage situations went on. And I'll be like, how the fuck can you not know? How the fuck you not know that? Like, you can't be so buried in the grind that you don't know what the hell going on around you. You can't be so caught up in material things and money and this and that you don't even know what's going on because you sending your kids out in this world. Your kids are in this world. You don't want to know what the fuck going on in the world? You want to just send your kid out in a world that you don't have a fucking clue what's going on out there? No, I refuse. I am going to stay up on the current events forever because current events affect future events. And if you don't know what the fuck going on, you can't blame nobody but yourself when something comes home to roost. I was talking to somebody the other day, and they were like, so what is this whole Epstein thing about? They didn't know nothing. I gave them a quick summary, but I wasn't about to go into a whole dissertation. But it just got me. I said, man, what the fuck is yeah, I say this again. We grew up, this internet shit is a gift and a curse. Because before the internet, I would venture to say, and before all this social media and all that, we were much more educated as a society as far as what the fuck was going on around us. Now we have every piece of information instantaneously at our fingertips. And we dumber now than we were when we didn't have this shit. Make it make sense. We can find out any fucking thing we need to find out about in seconds. Yet we have people now who literally don't know anything about anything. How does that happen? This is why I'm old school. I appreciate the 90s and the 80s, especially the 90s. I think the 90s was our last golden era as far as just being a real fucking connected society that gave a fuck. I thought that with all this new information, we would be more educated and more in the know about what the hell going on. And boy, was I wrong. Some of the stuff, some of the questions people ask me outside of this world, like when I'm just around, just in the regular world, grocery store, you know, seeing people. Some of the shit people ask me, or some of the shit that they don't know about, it just baffles my mind. Even like the Diddy situation, people will just know that there's a Diddy trial. They don't really know. The average person don't know or don't care about the particulars. They don't know at all, but they have strong opinions and don't know shit. Don't know nothing about none of the evidence. Don't know, what had happened to this victim or what's being alleged on either side. But they have such strong, and so that's why you have these strong, wrong takes and opinions in the comment section on social media, because for the most part, people don't care to get into the actual evidence and the facts. They don't. And I'm shielded from that a lot. So I didn't really realize how bad it was, because I really don't talk to people much about current events outside of what I do, because I talk so much about it on my social media and this show every day. So I don't really talk about it as much in my real world, in the in-person world. And so I didn't really realize how much people didn't know until I started really paying attention to some of the things people would say. And I'm just like, damn, so people really don't be knowing shit and don't really care. They just want to have an opinion and just form an opinion and be loud, but they don't really get into what the fuck really happened. And now it makes sense how, as a whole, we lose momentum when we got these fucking elites and these corporations on the ropes. We lose momentum because the majority of people don't really dive into the details. Because if you knew the details, you would care. It's easy to not care when you don't really know what the fuck going on. And that's one thing I learned. It's BS. I use profanity like in YouTube app live in Atlanta, Georgia, Texas. It's being used in prison. Yeah. Desi says, Melissa, facts. Lost empathy is actually a global problem, and they just want us to focus on our own countries while they are macro managing. Yeah. Yeah, and then Sydney said, Denise says, but they think they do know what's going on. Exactly. That's what kills me. That's what kills me. They act like they know what's going on, but they actually don't know shit. And it really bothers me. But hey, we all we could do is what we do. Definitely have been desensitized. And I think all this access to all this extra shit and violent shit and all this crazy internet shit, it just has desensitized us to a lot of stuff, man. Yeah, y'all. So We're talking about silence today, just as a society with the Diddy situation, the Epstein situation, they're slowly silencing it. I'm seeing it right now in real time. We're gonna really pay attention, but I just want to, when I start sensing something, I like to pass it to y'all so y'all can start paying attention a little more and see if I'm right. They are slowly silencing a lot of stuff that, as a society, we were loud about a few months ago, and it's happening all over. Angie says, Andre, we can tell it seems like you're not allowed within 500 feet of a school or a park. Zebra Flow is coming out. They pissed me off. I woke up pissed today, y'all, because I was like, this shit it's crazy how this shit happened. One thing I got to say about this country and this legacy media, they are good at burying a story. They are good at burying a story, and we got to be even better at keeping a story alive. They are outstanding when it comes to burying a story. I don't know how they do it. Well, I know how they do it. They send out distractions. They get everybody focusing on some shit that don't mean nothing and hope we forget about the story. But we can't let that happen. We can't let that happen. It's amazing when you talk about the Epstein situation. It's amazing that Ghislaine Maxwell is doing 20 years, and the person behind it, Epstein, has disappeared. Whatever happened, he's disappeared. He's deleted, whatever. Yet nobody else has suffered a lick of accountability on this huge perverted operation. Let that sink in. We got a woman, Ghislaine Maxwell, who is convicted of passing these underage situations and the whole trafficking thing. She's convicted. So it's proven that it happened. The central nucleus to the situation, Jeffrey, is disappeared, deleted, unalive, whatever happened to him. And that's it. We don't get no lists. We don't know who did what. We don't get any of that. And we let these fuckers off the hook every time. That is fucking crazy. Now let some of the victims have been some of these politicians' daughters, who or some of these celebrities' daughters have been victims in this case. People would have been murdered. But since it's the common folk who are the victims, the common folk daughters, they don't give a damn. And that's the sad part about the whole thing. And we let them get away with this shit. They throw another story at us. Now we focusing on that story. And the real story gets buried. Silence That is what the theme of what they're trying to push on us this going forward. Look at the lawsuits. Look at the words. Sarah saying, I will not be silenced. Now, I don't know exactly what's going on in her situation. I am just comparing the whole, everything as a whole right now. It's definitely, they're definitely working their hand behind the scenes, y'all. So I'm anxious to see going forward, will Epstein stuff come back? Will it come back? Will they get away with it again? Will they get away with telling us one thing and doing another? I'm gonna dive into their ass for real on this Wednesday. We not let nothing go. We not letting nothing go. Matter of fact, let me put the 2 subscription links in the chat. If you want to subscribe to the audio version of all the exclusive content in our Wednesday members only episode, I just put the Buzzsprout link in the chat, and I'm gonna put the YouTube link for our members, the green team. The green team in the building. If your profile name is not green, that means you're not an official member. What are you waiting on? I'm about to put the membership link in the chat. I'm gonna put the YouTube membership link in the chat. I think we had got a couple new members over the weekend. Shout out to the new members. Shout out, shout out, shout out. Just give me 1 second. I put the link in there. So if you want to become a member of the YouTube, don't miss the members Wednesday only. Wednesday members only episode. Tomorrow, y'all, quick announcement, and we're gonna continue to talk about more news. But tomorrow we're gonna be at 7:30. Hey, I got a working with a dealership tomorrow. I got an important appointment tomorrow, so at 8:30. So I think tomorrow we're gonna have to start I'm gonna have to start at 7:30 tomorrow. So let everybody know. Tomorrow we will be at 7:30 because I got an 8:30 important appointment. So tomorrow, 7:30. Let me put that in there. 7:30 a.m. tomorrow. If you're not able to be here at 7:30 a.m., then you can catch the replay. But I got an important 8:30 meeting that I got to handle. So tomorrow, 8:30, 7:30 a.m. showtime. And just want to make sure I let everybody know that. I almost forgot, as a matter of fact. But yeah, y'all, we not about to let that happen. We not about to let them just sweep shit up under the rug. Yeah, I agree with you. Yep, RX. Look, all the effort being made to dumb down the population. I agree with you on that. I definitely agree with you on that. There's so much effort being made to dumb down this society. It's ridiculous. We got to keep ours educated. So let me put this on the thing, just so nobody forget. Tomorrow, 7:30 a.m. showtime. Just give me a reminder, and if anybody else that you know watch the show, let them know so they don't come at 8:30 and miss it because they thinking we on our 8:30 time. But we just got to keep our eyes on, like I said, silence, silence, silence. I'm seeing some silence, and I ain't liking it. I ain't liking it. Sun's coming out. Her Trump is trying to put into law to make homeless people criminals. Oh yeah, yeah. You got Buzzsprout. You'll be able to listen. You'll be able to listen afterwards for sure, Tinko. I told you, I always, if you're a subscriber, you will always get the exclusive content. It's just that if it's Buzzsprout, you're gonna get the audio version. If you're a YouTube member, you're gonna get the video version. But you will always, anything exclusive. If you are a subscriber, you will get it. So it will never be a situation where I'll have something exclusive on YouTube and not have the audio on Buzzsprout. And for the most part, I won't have audio on Buzzsprout that's not on YouTube unless it's not a video, it's not video content. So I just want to reiterate that with anybody that has a subscription, you won't miss. It's just that on Buzzsprout, it's gonna be audio, and on video and on YouTube it's the video version. But yeah, y'all, I appreciate everybody signing up, everybody in green, holding it down. But today I just wanted to start. I want to start Monday off. Lucky, I love this show. Thank you, Grandma Kathy. I just wanted to start off this week. Today's show is just about awareness that the silence campaign is in full effect, and I want to make sure I put everybody on notice about that, because when I woke up this morning, I started realizing we have lost a lot of momentum, and they are burying a lot of the stories that we cared about. And if we don't pay attention, we'll be right back where we was before we got all this momentum. Right back to where they don't give a fuck about the children or the women or the victims or none of that at all. And then that can cause a snowball effect, and that will make more people not want to come forward. That's going to make more people stay silent, and we don't want to go back to that. So we definitely want to keep bringing awareness, keep sharing your friends who don't know what the hell going on. Start making sure they know what the hell going on. Don't be silent. We got to let them know what the hell going on. No update so far on that Love and Hip Hop mess. I'll keep you in the loop of that. And that's the rapper T Hood, was in a domestic violence situation and ended up. Grandma said, "Here comes the handsy zebra." Yeah, the zebra coming. That's how you know we winding down when the zebra stripes come out. When the zebra stripes come out, you know what it is. Zebra flow. So what everybody do for their weekend? How was their weekend? All I did was watch the Browns. Anybody do anything exciting this weekend? Anybody do anything exciting this weekend? Okay, Melissa went to karaoke. Did you sing? Yep, definitely, Tracy, for sure. Meet and greet is still on. I have links put in there probably Thursday. I have more links to post for the meet and greet on Thursday. She's saying, Melissa, she's saying the way I am. Okay, I am whatever you say I am. Yeah, that was one of my, I used to like that song. Angie said, have we all seen that kindergarten teacher with that song, These Are My Private Parts? She's the energy we all need with the kids. I didn't see that. I guess people need to check it out. Angie said, check out the kindergarten teacher that has some song or something talking about these are the private parts. I gotta check that out. I haven't seen that. I'm gonna look it up and hopefully by tomorrow I've been and checked it out. But thanks for sharing that, Angie. Something that we all need to tap into. But silence. Silence. They trying to silence. They trying to silence everybody, y'all. Pay attention. Don't fall for the banana in the tailpipe. Don't let your other people. Don't let your other people down, man. Don't keep your other people out of the loop. Let me see that. If I miss any super chats or super stickers, let me know. I'm going through the chat right now. I didn't see any, but I just want to make sure I didn't miss anybody. I know y'all got hella chats in here. Damn, y'all been chatting it up. Okay, I don't think I missed any super chats. All right, I don't see any in here, but yeah, y'all. I put the link to the subscribe if you want to make sure you don't miss. And reminder, tomorrow, 7:30 a.m. start time tomorrow. check out this kindergarten teacher that Angie is talking about. Other than that, pay attention, y'all, that the silent campaign is in full effect. You heard it here first. So we about to let's get to our mouse in the chat. I said that I don't know how to, if you're a subscriber on Buzzsprout, if you're a member on YouTube, you will get all exclusive content. That's the most simplest way I can say it. If you subscribe, it's only two ways to subscribe to my platform. Buzzsprout, which is audio, YouTube, which is video. If you are subscribed on any of those, you won't miss anything. I'm trying to make it, because I know it could be confusing. I'm trying to make it as simple as possible. If you pay money, you don't miss anything. I want people to be clear on that, because I know it can be confusing. But y'all know one thing about me, I try to simplify things as much as possible. If you pay a subscription in any kind of way, you will not miss anything. I don't think I can say it no more clear than that. It's just the only difference is if it's Buzzsprout, it's audio. If it's YouTube, it's video. But if you pay for a subscription, you will not miss anything. That's why I don't put different things on. That's why I don't put different exclusive content over here, and then you got to get a membership over here to get this. I don't do that because it's too confusing. I make it real simple. If you pay for a subscription, you don't miss anything. I don't like those people that put different exclusive over here and then another exclusive over here, and you got to have all type of different memberships to get everything. That's too complicated, and that's just too much. I make it very simple. If you subscribe or pay money, you don't miss anything. There's no confusion in that. And that's why I do it that way, because I don't want people to get confused, and I don't want people to have to pay for both subscriptions to get different shit. I want you, if you pay your money, you're going to get everything. If it's Buzzsprout, it's audio. If it's YouTube, it's video. That's how I like to do it. So everybody, let's get to our mouse in the chat. I hope that clears it up for anybody so you won't be confused. If you pay for a subscription, you don't miss anything that I drop. I make sure I do it like that on purpose. I don't want people to have to subscribe to different shit to get different content. I don't think that's right. And it's too confusing. I like shit simple. Happy Monday, everybody. Thank you, Desi. Desi says I'm out. Renee says I'm out. Where my boy C Tuck at? Is C Tuck still with us? C Tuck, where you at? Angie says, love you all. I'm out. Almost out. I work. You got to work? Okay, do your thing. Who else we got in here? Good night, Des. Somebody say good night, Desi. Big R says, I'm out. Don't let them silence y'all. The silence campaign is in full effect. We can't let it go down like that. They want you quiet. They want you quiet. They want you quiet about Epstein. They want you quiet about all the victims. Don't fall for the banana in the tailpipe. As always, I love y'all. But I'm out.